Okay, so we're going to fill out this prime and composite chart based on our divisibility rules. So let's first look at our divisibility rule for 2. Okay, the divisibility rule for 2, it says if the number is even, it's divisible by 2. Okay, so we're going to go through and we are going to mark through or color, I guess, our numbers that are divisible by 2. I'm just going to use a highlighter so that you can see them. Okay, so but before I do that, I know that 2 is a prime number. It's the only even number that's prime. So I'm going to circle that one. And then I'm going to highlight all the way down my 2's. Okay, because those are all going to be composite numbers because they're all divisible by 2. Okay, same thing with my 4's. I'm going to highlight my 4's all the way down. Okay, so 2, 4, 6's. 6's are all going to be composite numbers because I know they all end in a 6, which is an even number. So they will all be divisible by 2. All right, then we got 8's. The 8's are all going to be divisible by 2 because 2 will go into 8 because it's an even number. All right, and the last one, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 0. All of these that end in a 0, they're all going to be divisible by 2, but they're also going to be divisible by 5 and 10. Because the divisibility rule for 5 says if it ends in a 5 or a 0, it's a number divisible by 5. The divisibility rule for 10 says if it ends in a 0, it's divisible by 10. All right, so we got the 2's. The next one was 3's. But I'm going to move on into the 5's because the rule for 5 said if it ends in a 5 or a 0, it's divisible by 5. Well, we already did all the 0's, so now we have to do all the 5's. Okay, but first, I'm going to circle 5 because it's going to be a prime number because the only factors for 5 are 1 times 5. All right, but 15 and all the way down to 95 are going to be composite numbers because they're going to all end in a 5. Therefore, they're all going to be divisible by 5. All right. Okay, so now we're just going to look at which ones I can find the sum and see that it's divisible by 3 or 9. Okay, so I know 7 is prime because the only way to get 7 is 1 times 7. I know 9 is going to be composite. 1 times 9, 3 times 3. All right. 11 is going to be prime. 1 times 11. 13 is prime. 1 times 13. 17 is prime. 1 times 17. And 19 is prime. 1 times 19. Okay. 21 is going to be composite because I can do 2 plus 1, and that equals 3. And 3 goes into 3. 23 is prime. 27, 2 plus 7 is 9. And 3 goes into 9. And 9 goes into 9. So that's composite. 29, 2 plus 9 is 11. So it is going to be a prime number. Okay. 31, 3 plus 1 is 4. It's going to be a prime number. 33, 3 plus 3 is 6. 3 goes into 6 evenly. Okay. 37, 3 plus 7 is 10. So 37 is prime. 39, 3 plus 9 is 12. And 3 goes into 12 evenly. So it is composite. 41, 4 plus 1 is 5. So it is going to be composite. 43, 4 plus 3, 7. Okay, prime, I mean. 47, 4 plus 7 is 11. 3 does not go into 11, and neither does 9. It is prime. 49, 4 plus 9 is 13, but I know that that's a double for 7 times 7. So 49 is a composite number. 51, 5 plus 1 is 6. That is a composite number. 3 will go into 6 evenly. 53, 5 plus 3 is 8. It's another prime number. 57, 5 plus 7 is 12. And 3 goes into 12 evenly. So it is composite. 59, 5 plus 9, 14. It is a prime number. 61, 6 plus 1 is 7. It is a prime number. 63, 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 and 3 both go into 9. 67, 6 plus 7 is 13. It is a prime number. 69, 6 plus 9 is 15. 3 goes into 15 evenly. All right, 71, 7 plus 1 is 8, so it is prime. 73, 7 plus 3 is 10, prime number. 77, 7 plus 7 is 14, but that's also a double digit, which means it's times 11. 7 times 11 is 77. Okay, 7 plus 9, or 79, which is 7 plus 9, is 16, so it is prime number. Okay, 81, 8 plus 1 is 9. 3 and 9 both go into that. 83, 8 plus 3 is 11. It's a prime number. 87, 8 plus 7 is 15. It is a composite number. 89, 8 plus 9 is 17. Prime number. 9 plus 1 is 10. Okay, but I know that there's a number that goes into 91. Okay, so let's look at it. Okay, so remember when I said that 7 was just, or maybe I didn't. 7 is just called tricky 7. It's just one you have to try. Well, 91, I know that 91 divided by 7, 1 times 7 is 7, leaves me with 21. And I know 7 goes into 21 3 times, so I know that 13 times 7 is 91. Okay, so 91 is actually a composite number. Okay, 93, 9 plus 3 is 12. 3 and will go into 12 evenly. 97, 9 plus 7 is 16. And then 99, 9 plus 9 is 18. 9 goes into 18. 11 times. So all of the ones that I have colored or that we've highlighted are composite. And the ones that we have circled are prime. Okay. And then we're going to put a star over the number 1. And we're going to put neither prime nor composite. Okay. So there is our hundreds chart, broken down into prime and composite numbers. Okay, I have a saying that we'll write down for, oh, I forgot to circle the number 3. Sorry. I have a saying that we'll write down for our prime numbers to kind of help us remember some of them. But for right now, make sure that you have highlighted with your highlighter all the composite numbers and circled all the prime numbers. Okay, so as you've finished, let's answer these questions. How many prime numbers did you find? So using your chart, how many prime numbers? Okay, you should have put that there's 25 prime numbers. Okay, is the number 28 prime number? Explain why or why not. So, find 28. Is 28 going to be prime or composite? So, if it's prime, tell me why. If it's not prime, tell me why. Okay, then it says, is 57 a prime number? So, find 57 on your chart and tell me if 57 prime or composite. And then tell me why or why not. And then the last one says, is 71 a prime number? Explain why or why not. Oops. So find 71 on your chart and explain, is it a prime number? Tell me why or why not. Okay, using your chart, okay, number 1 says 10 is a, what is it, prime or composite? And then tell me why. Okay, number 2, 13 is a prime or composite number. And tell me why it's prime or composite. And then the last one, the number 3, problem number 3, 27 is a prime or composite number. And then explain. Okay, so hopefully you got that finished. 10 is a composite number because it has more than 2 factors, 1, 2, 5, and 10. Okay, you should have put 13 as a prime number because it has only 2 factors, 1 and 13. 27 is a composite number because it has more than 2 factors, 1, 3, 9, 27. Okay? All right. So make sure that you've got this completed. Watch the video all the way to the end, remember, and that you've answered all the questions.